Hello everyone and welcome back to another Steel Division stream. Today we're gonna play some more of the new divisions. I have made a poll in the Discord and most of you wanted me to play 18th SS followed by S&P. So the plan for today is playing two new divisions. So there's gonna be these two, and then depending on how much time I have, because at 11, so in 3 hours, I do have a tournament game against Bori, which I don't really intend to stream, but depending on how I feel by then, I might also just stream that. So depending on how much time I've left, I will just do some practice games with either divisions that I'm going to be playing or testing out another division from the DLC, or which is what I had originally planned and I think still what I really want to do is testing out some divisions that might be significantly better now than they were before, or maybe not due to the buffs. So I think one of the most affected ones is probably Großdeutschland, which is one of the ones that I do want to test out. Skijager could be much better now. Could also not be. But there's another one that I want to test. Of course, SNH Sturm comes to mind. So these kind of divisions, I do want to give it a test run. So this is also something that might happen. Hello, French Third, and hello, Justle. So, yeah, this is the deck as I have it at the moment. I might switch to Maverick, but So originally I thought Vanguard would be a good way to work with this, despite your AA being weak. However, I have played it one more time since the stream where I first tested it, and some people were already telling me Vanguard is not the way to go for this, and I'm really feeling that it's probably not the way to go with it. But I'm still gonna try. So it's one last test. If it still feels bad, I'm gonna switch to Maverick and give this a try. About next week, probably I will start pumping out the first playing every division videos with these new divisions. I just wanted to get a feeling for them before I do that, right? Because even divisions that I don't play, because I've seen them a few times, met them in the queue or anything like that, usually you have some sort of a feeling. Also because you know most units, but these are relatively new, so I first want to get a feeling of how they really feel and how they perform before I make these kind of videos. So Frenchbird asks, so what's the consensus about 3 machine gun units? I don't know how other people feel about it personally, this one at least. I've not tried the one in 208 yet. For me personally, this one is not actually that good for 2 reasons. So it definitely pumps out the damage, but so far I have not really had them at max range. I think if you're if you're above 500 meter range, and I haven't really had that so far. I think they're probably going to be really, really good. Below, I feel like you really notice that it is only 9 men and you have only 5 rifles. So chunky units can still be an issue for it. It's not that it won't win. Like, it will win suppression fight. It will suppress fast. But up close, where the rifles start adding up as well, and chunkiness, of course, has an effect too. There's definitely units that this can struggle with more than you would expect. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's definitely that. In this division specifically, I have my issues with it because you have bad AA in A phase, and it is, if you take this, you rely on this holding your line, but it's also expensive. So if that gets bombed, that kind of sucks. So that's my opinion on them. This is why I only have one of them and not two, because so far they have really underperformed for me. Not because they're bad, but just because they're such an easy target, and you rely, like, you put a lot of, you expect a lot of this. That's kind of the issue. So that's that. But yeah, I'm really curious about the one in 208, but I feel like that one is going to be same issue, but at least it's cheaper, because that one is really, it's basically just a machine gun and the sniper, because you have the MP40s in there, MP44s, I think, which are not fantastic. I think the real prize in this division, like the real heroes, are these two, because they're really good hybrid unit. Like both of them. Well, with the submachine guns, this one less so, but at least this one would be worth 25 points just for everything left of the TNT, and then you add a TNT on top of it. So that's that. Like, this would already be good. And this one for 25 points, I mean, it's also... The 11 man is so chunky, it's so good. So good. Hey, do you believe in infantry or tanks? Neither of the two, really. I'm more of an infantry player by heart, so I do really like to play infantry divisions. And this is what I feel very comfortable with. I'm not so comfortable with armored or mechanized divisions. But at the end of the day, it's a combined arm thing, so you need both of them. It's really just some people do better managing a lot of tanks with a little bit of infantry, and some people are better at managing a lot of infantry and a bit of tanks. And for me, this is what I'm more close to. But at the end of the day, it's not a belief in tank or believe in infantry. Also, there's a very big difference. You say Luna seems to focus more on buying cheaper infantry. There's a big difference also between playing infantry divisions and playing cheap infantry divisions. Like, those are very different as well. So it's also an infantry heavy playstyle, but it's an entirely different game if you play what Luna does. Also, this force damage is closely equivalent to 6-7 bolt actions. Okay. So Harvest Jumper isn't that much worse than a baseline 25-point line infantry. You mean... No, which one is it? This one? It's bolt actions, though. So... Strumpia isn't that much worse than a baseline 25. It is. It is worse at line infantry. And it is noticeable. Believe I've been there, I've tried it. Like, you notice a difference. You notice that there are 4 submachine guns and not 4 rifles. Like, you feel the difference. But do you think it rivals the 358th Überflamer unit? Maybe. Has 18th SS another vet curve than 26th Panzer considered Panzer IV F1? Because one vet would mean losing half the availability. In A phase, it's... Yeah. The same. Yeah, it's all... Yeah, it's the same. It's just the same. It's... I find it hard to argue about it, like to find an argument for single vetting it, but at the end of the day, the performance, I'd rather have less tools that actually perform than spending a lot of points on something that doesn't do what I want it to do. So I prefer the single vet still. Because you still get 40 units, which is decent in my opinion. If you get any less, I would absolutely not vet it. You guys says having 150 mm submachine guns is nice when you run into 100 mm submachine gun units in the forest due to the accuracies. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm not complaining about the unit. The unit is great. It's just, as line infantry, it's not that good. Still decent. But it's a good CQC unit, and then it can act as line infantry as well, just not good one. So that's a net positive still. So no debate about that. Maybe one day the F1 will be an efficient unit. The F1 is an efficient unit in game. Like, you can't treat it as your classical, this is my tank and it does all the things I want that a lot of Axis tanks do, right? It is not a Panzer IV, a normal one. It is a support tank, but it suppresses infantry super well for 35 points, has decent armor. Again, you should look at this as a light tank, basically, for infantry support. It still does do super well against light armor. Of course, some light armor this will struggle against, right? Like, there's light tanks that can deal with, like, can brawl with this. But it can clear out a lot of light armor that is not super strong. It can clear out half tracks. It does infantry support super well. It's especially powerful if you mix it into a tank block, because then you get some much needed suppression for AT guns that are spotted. Still has 1500 meter range, so... And the damage is good. So we put 2 of those into tank blob, if this is what you want to do. Like, an AT gun can open fire, but as soon as it's spotted, like, these things will open up, and it will be pinned. But not a Sherman. You mean he can't deal with a Sherman? The heat shell is dangerous. It is not super accurate, but up close, it can pan it. And you have to remember, it costs half as much as a Sherman, and it is not intended to do that. So this thing can kill Shermans. The chance of it happening is not super high, but 2 together, half with single vet, and up close, remember the accuracy increases. Like, this is the accuracy at max range, so the closer you are, the higher the accuracy. 2 of those will generally take out the Sherman close enough, if they're close enough. So, and if you lose one of them, remember, this thing has 10 health as far as I remember. So the Sherman needs 2 hits to kill one of them. So even if you lose one, which you might not, depending. This is very much RNG, but even if you lose one, you still have 1 left and lost half as much as your opponent just has lost. So this is fantastic, actually. But yeah, I think less talking, more playing. So one important thing that I've changed in my deck, as much as I hate it, I've taken out the recon plane that I had in here previously, and I put in the Focke-Wulf and B-phase, because I've noticed that this is better than nothing, and I think you need a fighter in A-phase, just so that you have something that can shoot things down. But depending on what you're up against, you might really need this in B-phase to help you clean up a little bit. If your opponents already start air spamming you to some extent, you can get some map coverage with these again, but it might not be enough to recover. So another one of these. And again, for now it's on Vanguard, but the more I play it, the more I think it's probably actually Maverick, as some of you already told me. So let's see. Let's see how this goes, and after that one we go to S&P. Will be the second one for today, and then yeah, it depends how long the games are as well. Might do more or less, because I do want to have a quick break before I have to play against Bori. That's going to be an interesting one. He's going to be playing 18th, and I'm going to be playing 208. So that's yeah, it's going to be a yikes. But you know, he is known to prefer things for fun, and he didn't know how strong 18th was. So he had the intention to meme a little bit, and wanted to pick that one. So, but I didn't know that yet. I only knew that he wanted to meme. So I picked I picked 208, and then it was like 18 versus, and I was like, no, it's not so much memeing. But we're gonna go with it anyway. It's gonna be some fun. Rukma. I mean, okay. That's gonna be interesting, because I'm gonna get air spam. This is a problem. Gerb says, hello, how did K-Mon vs. Bori go? It was a quick one. I just rushed in with a lot of light armor and Piat infantry, and it didn't really work well against him. Yeah, true. I've seen it, yeah, and I think it was the same matchup, right? True. So, yeah, you're right. Now, here's the thing. I think we can contest that. We should be careful with our armor. I've not seen much of that game. I've just seen some parts of it. But one thing that I can imagine is that bringing out all the light armor is probably not that useful here, because it's just going to get killed. Do light armor, right click on enemy spawn openings for the shits and giggles. No. You're on the good side of the map. Right. Yes, I am. Alright. Yeah, I think we're gonna try and get the hill, I guess. We do the classical thingy. Now this is where this is good, because any AT that reveals itself, you know, these can work with. I think a ton of light armor here on the hill can still work. I just have to overwhelm him, but that is okay. Other than that, we'll see. We will see. So I don't need to bring a ton of AT out. My tanks can, generally speaking, deal with that. Maybe even those can deal with those T somethings. All right, what's the fastest thing I've got? This is where these can actually work, I think, I hope. We have to be a bit smart before I put them, because he will send out Tarka Ampuyas, and I'm not very keen on losing those guys in the transports. And the Latis are around as well, so I have to be a bit smart about that. Over here, the question is, do we really want to contest it? He has tons of CQC. I have good CQC too. That's not the issue. But not so... Yeah, we're going to go for it. We are going to go for it. Yeah, no, there's just no point. These could be good because they actually have a little bit more armor, so the Lati will struggle a bit more, but it will eventually still pen it. So I'm not a huge fan of risking that. What we could do though is go... They're gonna get bombed. Mortars. Mortar support is maybe not the way to go over there, at least. In the center, I think I can concentrate my AA. That's going to be the goal. Whenever you have those 20 mils, depending on what your opponent has in terms of planes, of course, right, they can shift. One of the things you might want to do sometimes is just ignore parts of the map and just focus and move on area, because at least that is protected then. Because if you have like 120 mil here, 120 mil here, 120 mil here, at the end of the day, no plane is going to get stopped. And that is not really helping you much, right? So it is something that you have to be aware of. Right, now we are gonna get the slow. We're not gonna get some of these guys. We are gonna get one of these. We can go up here. And we might want to bring a tank in there. We also want to bring these guys. They can go in here. Tank can be up here where it can, you know, do some... I will move it as needed. That's the idea there. These guys, I'm just going to put into here to hold that flag. Need something that is decently fast. And I don't have a lot of super fast transports. Same thing over here. I'm going to put them back in there. Oh, did I just lose it? Put it in here. Over there, I think we're gonna get some flamers. And then I'll delete it. And then in the center, and over there as well, we're gonna... I think getting a fighter early on instead of AA is better against those Finns that are for 20 mils can stop 2 or more Blenheim bombers. Well, early on, you can still stop him. That's the point. If you start early on, you can still deal with it. Once he keeps rolling, he gets rolling, it's going to be difficult. But if you buy the fighter, one of the issues is that Ruchmarpana has cheap AA and good AA with the, what's it called? The Vekatin. This thing is going to be absolutely useless. Unless he goes like super deep with his bombers, this thing will not be able to do anything. Add to that the loadout is really not that great, so it takes a while to shoot things down. It is not the best choice. A good fighter, yes, would be a good investment, but a bad one like this is not really the smartest idea. If your opponent has cheap and good AA. Because all he needs to do is put like one Vekatin here, send his bomber over here, and this thing is never going to get there. And then you're sitting on a BF-109, and can't really do much of it. No, they're not pretty decent. Sorry, but no. They're absolute garbage. Like, they're fast at least, I give it that. Or super fast is no overstatement, but they're not slow. But it's not... So I could potentially try and get this, however, right now I just feel like it's a bit too much aggression. One thing that we could do is get one of these. and see how we go from there. Actually, maybe I don't think I'm gonna take these cheap guys over there, even though I would like to do so. Then we can still have 220 mils. I think we need some armor as well in there, and that could maybe do the trick. Ready. Good luck. Have fun. They do decent DPS and armor removal, but you're right in situation. Well, the DPS is okay, but it's not fantastic. So yeah, I mean decent. Yeah, it's probably the right term. Maneuverable, yes. However, this is not. You know, at the end of the day, this is only useful if the airspace is uncontested, and you have something that you can both catch and also shoot down super quickly, which is not really the case here, in my opinion. So personally, I'm not a huge fan of it, to be honest. Again, it's if you really need it, it's better than nothing. But I wouldn't take it unless I really had to. This is the very good resilience one. It is not going to go away. At least not easily. And you can also see everything. But that's just what it is. So. Ah, never mind. Force it off. 3 of those still do the trick. Yeah, just, but if I buy a fighter right now, that is basically 100 points of my deployment. Like, really not. This is a really terrible idea. Fighter at the start is only ever worth it if you're really... I forgot that he has to be a 10s. Right, we're gonna go there. There we go. Now I guess we're gonna start with the armor spam. Yes, exactly what Lisa says. Buying a fighter start is useless unless you know your opponent starts with a ton of shitty 10-point recon blends. Or if you know for a fact that it's gonna do the plane opener, where he wants to bomb. But then you need something that can kill things head on, which is a bit more tricky here. So... Oh yes, the 15mm mortars, forgot about that. So we're gonna get some 18 here. Good. I'm gonna hold. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, we're gonna run. Forgot about those 50 mils mortars. Forget them every time. Watch this type. Oh, my leader. Well, that sucks. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. We're just gonna keep our advantage over, pushing our advantage over there. And... gonna spam cheap stuff everywhere. Because the thing is, he can bomb things, but he can't do... Like, he can't really bomb cheap 15-point infantry super well. He can, just not super useful. Right, so... Alright. Let's push to the edge of the map. This armor push should easily be stopped by my AT there. Not really concerned about that. Oh yeah, it's a cheap... these have been buffed, which is pretty cool actually. Alright, let's bring some recon into the tower. And let's get some more cheap infantry. Just to be there and be annoying. I need to hit the recall again. There we go, one plane down. Thanks to my 20 mils that I shouldn't have bought. Just, sorry, but I had to wrap that, I had to wrap that in. Because it really is not. Yeah, no. These have some machine guns. Alright. And now we can start thinking of... it's okay. We get some of these up here. I need them there to stop rushes. I think we're just not going to stop there, because why should we? So this is now where I could start thinking of a fighter. Because it's an area that I can't cover with my A. But my main push is secured off, right? This is the main thing for me at the moment. My main push is secured off. And now we can start thinking about fighter. Not before. Only now. It's gonna lose that too, probably. Oh, got a transport killed there. Love that. I'm gonna spam more. I think this has to be part of the strategy with this division. Spam is part of what you need to do. And this push here has been stopped, which is what's most important. Can you please aim and start shooting? We're gonna hide here in the building. I don't like that. You know what? I'm having enough of this. He doesn't have a fighter so far, so we're gonna bring one of these and then we escape. Well, actually, never mind. Go over here. I don't want to lose you to a fighter while you're waiting to do something meaningful. It's probably one of those fast ones, yeah. Alright, let's move in. Let's push. Imagine he would have a fighter right now. If I had a fighter right now, then I would not have the points to do this. I'm winning. I don't care about this. This is the point. Like, I could buy a fighter now, yeah, but what's the point? I'm winning as it is. If I had a fighter, I would be winning less at the moment. Like, I get your points, but I think you're overestimating the power of that fighter. I guess we're gonna go after the... Oh, there's a Akari over there. It isn't something that is worth going after. Kivari should lose against SS Jagdverband. Okay, maybe I should have sent the Stuka over there. We can do this now. Be annoying over there. There we go. And now we can start thinking about how we can push over there. Oh, no, 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 don't go there. Also the walls are just deploying there. Which is spam. I think this is the strategy here. Now we can start thinking about how we can get in here. Send one of these in. Ooh, and he needs to go through there though. Right, we can't just. How's the sniper in CQC? The sniper is bad in CQC. I think it doesn't fire. But even if it does, because I'm really not sure, it's not really worth it. We're gonna get one of these in here now to kind of reinforce things. Oh, there's a Vectin. Found it. And then we get Stück in there. Right, we're gonna get it to the 18.6. We are gonna do it. Just gotta believe. Oh, my tank blob is useless at the moment. Oh, he's doing a nice little push, so he's shifting his forces. This is nice. Just a little bit late. Does not believe in turning off APCR by the looks of it. And I do not believe in not having my units die, which is not good. We can easily solve that issue. And also bring one of these up here. And before I forget, we have more of those. Jeez. I'm really mad. Using the pulley. I guess we're gonna have to use them in a way that I don't want to use them then. I'm also not believing in turning off my APCR, by the way. Oops, it's not good. Oh, that's also not good. Okay, he should get overwhelmed easily now. And we keep on pushing. I don't think we're gonna manage to fix 16.8. So fire TKC and do damage similar to a good SMG. Okay, didn't know that. I've tried to look for it, and I've not noticed anything so far. I guess that was bad by me then. Good to know. Both you should be able to overwhelm him over that. You should be able to deal with that BA-10. Yeah, I shouldn't have let them park there. It's just, the moment, honestly, a bit too much. I'm slightly overwhelmed by all the things I have. Not gonna lie. Oh, we can catch up here a little bit. We'll get one of these to my AA. There we go. 18.6. We had to get it at least once. Ah, yes, these thing over there. Don't care. Hold on. Nope, not what I wanted to do. Oh, we get another one of these. Attack! More of these too. Yeah, we're just gonna continue spamming. It has worked so far. Never change the running system, guys. Oh yes, the CC out finally. It's a little bit too late though. Oh, this thing. We need to be careful about that. Oh, yeah, we're probably not gonna win against the Vecatine, honestly. Weep. More of those. We need more. We're gonna win this fast. This is not gonna be... Oh, we can actually vet them up, and then we can put this a little bit further back, where it can support... Forget about that. What is Tarkhan Puya? We also still have this thing right here, which I think I'm having enough of that 80. With that 1860, here we go again. This thing is borderline useless at this point. Maybe. Oh, yeah. No. We have these guys too. These are really annoying. No AA by the looks of it. No. Oh, I forgot about the Vecatine. Vecatines are just too good. Do I really? No, I don't need to deal with that. But this one is annoying because this one is AG2. Oh, and I flew into the Vecatine. That was stupid. I don't really think it's going to change the outcome of this, but... now we can just chill here, even if you lose that flag, that's alright. Oh, we lost it. Vecatines are very powerful, of course. Kill this one for... This one is moving. Shoot at that one. Look at that nice pinning over there. And there we go. Okay, I mean, honestly, that was not really a good stress test for it because, yeah, this is not a good matchup on that map. Oh, that's good. So, I should try 30. I have, but I have played 2 games with it so far. And one of them was, one of them I really poorly deployed and got destroyed by Hypokas in the queue. Because, yeah, I expected him to play very armor heavy and he didn't, and I kind of deployed only to stop his armor. Not a lot for infantry fighting. And then there was tons of infantry and I just got overwhelmed. And the other one was against 3rd US on Tannenberg, but that one was also not a really good stress test because my opponent was relatively new and I just had a super easy time, I'm not gonna lie. So, and that had nothing to do with the division. That was just how my opponent played. So, yeah, so far I have not really... I have tried it, but I haven't really been able to see how well it can do, or can't do. But yeah, so I think we still don't really know whether Vanguard works for it or not, because with this matchup, of course it works on that map, but generally speaking, I don't know. But the second one I want to try out, and then, depending on how much time I've left, because this was the fast one, we can go back to 18th or S&P again. So let's give S&P a try. This is my current build. I feel really bad for not taking advantage of all the veterancy here and potential and double vetting it. But at the same time, the issue that I'm having with this is everything is cheap. So you're just going to go and burn through your things. like you're just spamming out so many cheap units. So if you end up double vetting these, you're cutting back on 24 infantry, which, considering they're cheap, and this brings you down to 53, is really not that much. So I'd rather not do that. One thing that I'm still thinking about is switching this out, because I think it could be okay for 55 points, but it could also be a huge money sink. So it might be better to just either get this, which is a recon bomber, or get any other plane like the Mitchell, for example, in A phase, or just get this in A phase, which is super good. Which is why I have it in B phase mode, which I don't is not my strong phase actually. Or I'm still really on the fence on whether I should take a fighter in A phase. Again, I have this as fighter bomber because 580 kilometers an hour with 220 mils is still decent enough. But it's very much debatable. Maybe we still need a fighter in A phase because this truly is not fantastic. So that is definitely something that I'm still considering. Here I'm pretty sure about it. This thing is nice, but especially with the AG, like for dual purposes, it's actually really good. I'm still not sure if I'm needing it though, because for like multi-purpose AT, this is probably better. Do we really need it? I don't know. I don't think so, probably, but still. If you play with another guy playing an infantry division, it could actually be a good plan. What do you mean? Ah, Grimgas is looking forward to trying it in a team game. Yeah, I have no idea how team games are. Leave that to you. Grimguy also says, I build S&P div with only the lights armor. I have 50 of them. Well, yeah, I mean, for that, I know. I made the scenarios where this can work, but for the queue, I prefer to have my sticks because you still have to kill the occasional Sherman or whatever. And these guys will struggle with that. They will overpen eventually, but not. One thing that I'm having a hard time not taking any of these, but at the same time, this is 15 points and you get the same availability. Armor is a little bit lower, okay, but we're already in the low end anyway. It is faster and it has way better pen. So I think this is not that good. I am speed, says Pat IA and no fighter. So again, this is my first test run. I'm not sure if this is going to work out the way that I think it will. However, I feel like this thing in B phase is enough. And for A phase, the plan is, again, we need to see if this works. My hope is that the fact that everything is so cheap means, and very aggressive, is that I can just push forward. And make it super cost inefficient for him to buy a fighter. So basically, if he invests in a fighter, he's not going to get a lot of value out of it, but I get a lot of grant for it. That's the idea. Crystal, that anyone knows why Gross Russian doesn't get a new shrimp pie already? They know it because they announced it in a little hot fix that they did yesterday. The post patch fixes, like little patch, and they said it should be, but I guess it still isn't then, because they specifically mention it even. So they know it. I think it's just a miss. It happens with every patch. It happened with quite a few things. Usually, it's like every time they do some of these changes, some of the units that have the same name, but just a slightly different, like with a small twist on it, like Großdeutschland or the Hage ones or the HJ ones, HJ in English, it's always the same. It's always the same. So it's really easy. Someone says it's all manual. Oh my god, yeah, that explains it. Recon plane is good. Take that and fighter instead of recon and biplane. Still like it that way, to be honest, because this is super cheap. I don't mind losing any of them. And this is just the addition of that. I know that this thing is good, but personally, I'm just not the biggest fan of it. Also, there's some bug with it at the moment, I've heard, so I'm not really sure. And you only have to search in Armory and you get all of them. It's Gladstone and quality control. Yeah, we know that. I haven't checked since yesterday. If it's outdated, we can check. Maybe some of you already mentioned in the comments, but I just haven't read till there yet. But let's see if they adjusted it. Nope. Still didn't. Yeah, I think they specifically mentioned it, but I guess it's forgot anyway. Can RTB use the support guns? Yes, it can. In some divisions, you actually do that sometimes. The very classical move is using the Russian short-barreled 122s as 2K in the divisions that don't have 2K. This is like a very typical thing. But you can do it with a few RT pieces. It works. But as someone said, they do take extra damage over actual support guns. Use the Hungarian Light RTS support gun and AT gun in the same. Yeah, they can be used as that. It's actually quite nice way of thinking. They buff the availability of the Begleitgrens, but not the Hage ones. Another case of the same error. Ah. Well, the Hage ones are different though, aren't they? They're not Begleitgrens. As far as I remember. Might misremember though. If Kirby's here, he will tell me he lost that division. And I have not really played that much. I have where is the... Do I even have a build of it? I've played it once recently against Ypaz, and that didn't go too well. It had nothing to do with the division though. I probably missed it. Let's just open it up. There we go. Yeah, it's Sturmgrenadier, so it's not the same. I think the loadout is all... Maybe the loadout is the same, but it's just different version of the normal guy. Okay. If you have the Begleitgrens, but not the higher... No, this one covered. I think it's just trades Tank Rider for shock and same loadout. Well, okay, but that's really not the same then. And it already has, like, this one has good availability. So, unless you mean this one... No, it's Epic like Canadian, not Pioneer, right? So yeah, it's not the same. Availability of the IS-1, probably the best. Yeah, I mean, this thing is really good. Does anyone ever play Rana Brigada? Not really. You rarely see. You sometimes see it, but not very often. It's not a very common thing. Neither in Q nor in tournaments. All right, let's go back to S&P and finally finish this. But yeah, back to the fighter debate. So the plan is basically cheap infantry plus cheap tanks plus cheap everything. Means it's not super easy for him to really air spam me. If he does, he has to invest a lot and he's not going to get a lot in return. Now, this can come back to bite me in the ass with these units because these are really crucial and they are expensive. So this is where there could be an issue. This much I mean, but we're going to have to wait and see. Still have the 88 that can stop like a few planes, so and the 20 mils are not useless either. They're actually a bit better than normal ones, I think. So just that. But it's risky. It's risky. But I'm gonna try it out, right? Because at the end of the day, if you don't try it, you don't know. As for the rest, no, we can't take them anything special. Oh yeah, exactly. I have regular recon because I wanted my snipers for the opener, which is good. These guys, someone criticized me not taking them when I build it on stream on Monday. And I know I probably should, but just have a hard time not taking snipers because it's so good for the opener. And this one comes too late. I knew something was just not worth it. Yeah. Okay, so we got that covered. Exactly. In A phase, I don't think we have anything that has CQC. Oh no, they're coming in C phase. Yeah, we have nothing that has CQC other than Zaperi, so we take them. It's not too bad. We have the Strelki LK, one of them at least. We have these guys, which we have to take as well. And of these guys, which are also good. Oh, not fantastic though. The hybrid, but I don't have shock and don't have that many SMGs either. For 30 points still. But double machine gun sniper, so I can't really complain about that. Leader super chunky, this one we want to have anyway. Then we have all these guys. I'm having a hard time not putting a leader in there as well in B phase, but I guess it's gonna have to work. This is okay. This one would be nice for the 20 mils. But I don't want to take either of these out. I don't want to take either of these out, so it's going to have to do. We could probably cut back on AT. If anything, though, I will cut back on this one. The reason why I still have it is to stop anyone rushing me with light armor that is fast. But we could definitely play the game of we just deploy carefully and then we clean up once these arrive. So this would be an easy one to drop. Nothing here I want to drop. This we need because we don't have a lot of good AT, and this one in extension as well. The OSS leader is really good. I know. Is this the last DLC for SC2? No more Nemesis? We don't know. We simply don't know. But considering the age of the game, I would think it's probably one of the last ones, if not the last one. I don't think that we're going to see much more of it, to be honest. Oh, look at, I haven't even noticed that. Have you seen that? You get 10 availability on these. You don't even have that many slots, right? You have 9 slots. You couldn't even take all of the cards. You get 10. Same for the 81 more. That's actually insane. Anyway, let's play it and see how we go. Grima says it's yes, likely the last DLC, but not the last update. Yeah, I hope not. I mean, it could be, but I think the Strike team still wants to continue working on the balancing, which I really hope so as well. So it's likely not the last one, but we don't know. Oh, did it? There's the SMP. There we go. But yeah, it could be the last. It's probably the last DLC. Maybe they pull out a Nemesis or something like that. I really doubt that they do another big DLC like this one. I have serious doubts about that. Because Wano is kind of their new thing. This guy again, this time with Russell. I'm on the bad side of this map. Ugh. Do I even want to play this? I guess I do. Okay, we're gonna have to bring this out early. It comes in a fast transport, I just noticed. Because first of all, it's 2K that he doesn't have. And second of all, I do want to have something to protect my planes because he has AT planes, he has tank passes, and good ones too. The Ju-87 one, so don't really want to... And it's going to be a tough one because this side of the map is really bad. Now, him not having 2K is something that I can make use of. He has 2K HE, so this one I have to be aware of. He has limited fast transports too. Another thing to be aware of. I'd be really happy if they came back and did the missing Nemesis diffs that lost the votes. Well, the one that I would really love to is the Dodecanese one. Because both of them sounded interesting. The Axis one actually sounded good, and the other one sounded just interesting. It's cool. But, yeah, probably not gonna happen. Still, I mean, we can hope. We can hope. It's just not very likely that it's gonna happen, actually. So, this is probably actually not where I want to be fighting, but... Let's see. There's tons of sniper too, so at least in like the infantry segment, he has some things that he can do against me. Forgot that we have snipers too. So we should use them. Fast transports as well. We're gonna bring something in the open. The reason why I take these guys is because I don't want the sniper to ruin himself by shooting. We all wanted to see Sturmrollers and the Gothic Line themed ones. The Gothic Line, no, I did not want them. The Italian one, yes. The American one, no. It would just be another broken American one, and we don't need more of those, to be honest. I don't find them fun. Might do a war game and drop a random DLC years later. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, it's also possible, like, that they decide to make a Steel Division of 3. Not that we haven't heard anything on that matter at all. So, I'm not claiming that this is gonna happen, but you know, this is also an option. Like, it's not lost, but we don't know anything at the moment. So, alright. We bring these guys. I'm gonna try to get into the town over there. Not having too many hopes that this is actually going to be successful, though. Because remember, it's Russell that we're talking about. They do have some tools for the town over there. And I don't really want to contest my precious... where are they? Here, because they're not in support. Precious Panther 3 ends there. They're good for inter support. I need to be smart before I'm using them. To be honest, they need to start working on a new title. S2 is pretty much milled out. Yeah, I don't think there's much more coming in Steel Division, to be honest. I would be surprised if they wouldn't start working on a on the next game at some point, but they're still very busy with 1 or 2. The question is it actually going to be another Steel Division title? Because it could also be something different, right? We don't know that. We just don't know that. I would hope it is Steel Division, but we don't know. Oh, we need some of these guys as well. And then probably some of these. Do we have anything else I can send there? Oh, we could, I know what we can do. Dump one of these over here as well. And, oh shit, we still need something over there. Don't like that. Maybe don't need 2 of these. Maybe don't need to 38 over here. Let's take one of these. That gives us another... No, this should be enough. And then we can take Saperi. We need 2 of them, so we need to find another... Okay, this is where one of these will do the trick as well. I believe. Who's in the game? 60, 80, 86. Yeah, Grim Guy is right. It's over 100 at this point. Like, it's really a lot. Now we're gonna get another Saperi. Both of those can from here move over there. Ready when you are. For SC3 they would have to change to the time frame. Maybe not. Maybe they would just do the same thing again, honestly. Or at least overlapping, I could imagine, because they can start recycling things. So, again, doesn't need to be that way. It's just something I could imagine them doing. But, to be honest, I am afraid that what they would do is go late war, like late 1940s or until somewhere in 1945. Because I know a lot of people want those heavy things like the Pershing and things like that. Personally, I just don't find that interesting. Oh yes, these guys. Okay, these we can stop with a single 20 mil. This is not that big of a deal. But yeah, I don't really hope that they're gonna do those. Because I find that not interesting. Oh, I forgot. He has all the light armor. Now we pull out one of these. Oh, never mind. This is so bad about this. About this map. 2 flags that he can easily grab and not much that I can do about it. Are we gonna get the sniper 40 open? Oh, this is a high-flying one. Okay. So it means it's less accurate. This means I actually don't want it then. I really do not want it then. This is not good then. Yeah, 2 flags down. It's so rough. This is why this map is so bullshit. It just is. Anyone claiming otherwise is delusional. Oh. To be honest, I don't really know how to deal with it, because 2k is not really a strength that I do have, except for this one AA piece. And I just had to invest so much into just getting this 1 flag back here, and I'm still down 1. This is so frustrating. Right, let's see what's over there. Let's start bombing things. I forgot about that. Yeah. I think it's actually not going to be necessary. We can go and fly over here, bomb that, and then escape. We get some more snipers. Where did that... Oh no, I sent it over there. Forget about that. I'm gonna go after that here. I'm gonna use that aggressively then. Or is the mission destroyed? It's not gonna move at all. Bring that out in the open over there. We're gonna bomb that mortar. Oh, he got that. Oh, he wants to ground attack. Probably not gonna happen, guys. Yeah, but oh, finally we got something. Hooray! I'm gonna run from that. Alright, let's... I forgot we have these guys. They're super cheap, so let's see what they can do. Alright, we finally got something good happening over here. We need to resupply this very soon. Can't say I like that. I got that flag. I see. Oh, this is so annoying. This is so frustrating. Maybe we don't do that. Okay, we need to have something over here. Good thing is armor should easily stop that. We get these like over here. Some I'm just spamming too much that I can use the 50 mil properly. There's a bit of an issue there. That's a real problem at the moment. Honestly, I think we should be able to push that. Yeah, it's gonna appear here soon, I would think. And I will just pen that eventually. Actually, we can engage from here as well. Just keep bombing that. There we go. Knew it. Oh, that's good. Got the Partisani Foch now. Oh, I forgot. Oh, this is out of ammo. Shit. We need to support that. Supply that. ASAP. I'm gonna lose that. Alright, you can just shoot whatever you can find. Yeah. Alright, let's resupply this. Another one in here. Let's just go for a different game. This map is not really good for it, despite the map also not being good for his division. But I'm playing this poorly, and I'm on the bad side, which just sucks. Like with how deep I pushed so far, if I was on the other side, I would probably have been taking him down right now. But it's just not fun. Like I was literally thinking of just surrendering this right away because again, it is not a fun map, at least not on that side. If you have two 2K divisions, it's really fun, but with that, like there's a few maps that I still just insta surrender because I plain don't like them. Lenina's one of them. This is another one of them because again, unless you have a 2K division, it's just not fun. Even with non-2K, like even with range divisions, yeah. And even with 2K divisions, again, from that side, it's just not fun because you have to do so much to even just get a single flag. It's not entertaining. at all. Yeah, and the fact, I mean, that I didn't have the A to protect my planes was a bit of an issue. My tanks, so... It is what it is. You just go to the next one. Oh, I forgot. I was thinking about making changes. Oh, shit, yeah, I forgot. I was gonna change to the recon bomber because that biplane being so high flying, I don't really like that because I mean it's not super accurate. The bomb loadout is still great, and you know with that loadout it's probably still gonna do quite a bit of damage, even if it misses slightly. But yeah. Oh, not this map. We only get ship maps today. No, never mind. The first one was okay, right? Yeah, the first one was all raised. I'm on the good side too, but I just want to have some fun with this division. I'm sorry, guys, but it's not fun to end up on 2 ship maps. And this one, I was on the good side, and this one it would actually have been not too bad for me, I think, despite me having a bad division for that map because he has way more 2k than I do. But he can't leverage it that much on that map. There's not that many flags he can easily push with the 2k. So it would actually have been okay. But it's just not a cool one. It's again another one where this division just doesn't really belong onto. Ryan says, if only we had Normandy map. I mean, I think for every faction except for the Germans, that would probably be good maps. Maybe the Soviets a bit less. So Western Allies for sure. But I think a lot of other like small factions, and again, even the Soviets will profit from it. And there's quite a few German divisions who probably do well on it too. It's just the heavy tank ones that wouldn't do well, most likely, depending on how exactly the maps are. But I think just in general, they should just change the map pool, honestly. Like, there's a few maps probably no one likes. Just take those out of the map pool for Q, and I think it would be good. Like, everyone hates Lenina, Ilomante is just horrible, Siano is really unbalanced too. Take those 3 out, Ostrono as well, because it wasn't even in there for a while, and I think quick play would be much better already. Lutsk West is horribly unbalanced too, but I guess that can stay. We don't want to take out too many maps, but still. Hey, this is a map. This is a map. This is a map. It's a good map. It's actually a good map for us too, not a good map for him. So I'm sorry, Lord Marty. This is not really. I didn't want to dodge that one just to get a good map for me. But it's at least a good map to be playing on. The other one is garbage. So my fellow Swiss over here. So, how do we play this? Oh, we can actually see now how the new MP44s are on the receiving end, but I don't care. I just want to see if they're good or not. And I guess we're going to see that today. So that's really cool. I'm going to send one guy in here because in A phase, he probably has better CQC than I do. So I can send in a ton of CQC here and it's probably not going to do much. So I'm going to send one guy in and he's going to grab the flag. And if he doesn't push, he's going to keep the flag. And if he does push, at least I had it for a bit. Right, so this is the way I'm going to approach this. Now, I don't know if he's that kind of guy, but he has the recon plane that can do the plane opener, I reckon. So we are gonna, just to be sure, we're gonna protect our flanks with one of these. Each should be enough. It's not the best plane. And then we can still unload it early. Now we do what I actually forgot last time, which is get some of these guys in. Good. Next thing, we want to have a recon in annoying spots. him. I'll give it that. Ryan says Warner map engine has been improving, but alas, none for SC2. Well, I think that is just too late now for SC2 to make a complete new map engine and anything, everything. But yeah, I mean, would be great if they could do something for the next one at least, if there's a next one. But I really hope there's a next one. Like Steel Division is just, I don't know, I mean, all of you guys who are playing it or watching it, there must be something there that draws you to it. And for me, it just has that itch where I'm not specifically drawn necessarily to the World War II topic. Like the theme itself is, I don't really care that much about. It's cool, like I know stuff about World War II, but I'm not a huge World War II nerd or anything like that. But it's interesting. But I just like, you know, all the way some of the mechanics work. It's kind of, yeah, I guess just that the time before we had all the too modern stuff. And you can do that with modern stuff too. It's just the, you know, simplicity in some ways that parts of the game have. All the while it's still super complex. I don't know. I think part of it is also just the scale, the speed, the ways you can micro, all of that just comes together nicely. So I really hope they take the lessons that they've learned here for any other game they make. That it should be the successor of this beautiful game. If it's going to do that. Which we don't know yet, but let's see. Just do like how many Company of Heroes and give the community a map maker. Well, I think the problem is that their map engine, from what we know, from what I've heard from other people, I think Attack has talked about this as well. Apparently, the way they do maps right now is really bad. Like, it's super, like, they have to do a lot of manual work, and apparently it's just too much to do, and it doesn't really make sense, allegedly. Again, I don't know myself. I am not... I'm not an expert, but this is what I've heard. And this is apparently the reason why we can't have nice things. So I think later on, I'm gonna go defensive here first. Later on, I do want to make a push for that flag. But the big push, I might reduce over here because I think I'm way over-investing over here. So this can go, that should do. Main deployment is going to come in a town where with all of these, we can really do a lot of work. This is where our bazooka infantry can shine. We are going to bring a ton of 50mm mortars into the town. Yes, we can. We're going to bring like one in here. I'm going to bring like one over here. Should we bring another one? Probably should do that. Oh, we can actually bring one over here as well. Because if he pushes, we might need it. We're going to put that... well, that should be okay. Just in a safe spot. Yes, exactly what Raz says. They were not planning for map maker for SC2, so it just wasn't built for that. This kind of follows roughly what I've heard too. On top of that, apparently making maps is very complicated, as it is at the moment. So it's apparently quite difficult to make a map maker for it. But again, I'm just repeating what I've heard here, so I'm not the best source. I haven't heard this from anyone in Eugene. So, take this with a grain of salt, but... And training air for the map is also... Yeah, they have to do... I think they have to do a lot of that manually somehow. So, you can kind of imagine where this is going to go. Where this is going to go if this is the case, right? That's going to be very complicated then. Too much, apparently. Alright, so one thing that he has is it's a ton of looks. So we have to be careful about that. We're just gonna spam these guys out. Actually, these have a bit more survivability against the looks, so we probably should take some of these. Oop. And then we're gonna get A8. At least one. We're gonna get more later on. We're gonna bring it where our leader can support it. And now I am overspending again on stuff that I don't really need. Or at least there's stuff that I need more urgently. I think that's a better way of putting it. I need less of these guys, I suppose. And then we can drop one of these and then we get a support tank. Can do some infantry support, which is going to be crucial. And Shig's going to be a bit of an issue, but it's okay. 88s are supposed to have good accuracy. Tiger are good when they shell hit. Their poor accuracy are hindering them. 88s are supposed to have good accuracy. Yeah, Tigers are kind of underwhelming at the moment. Yeah, and that's also why they can't just move flags on current maps. They would have to retrain the item strategy. Exactly, this is also what I've heard. Which is sucks, because honestly, like, Slit's Quest, the one that we were just on before, and lost, is exactly that. Like, the map is not bad in terms of terrain. It's not unbalanced. Ciano, I don't find it interesting with the ravine in the center, but still, it would not be a bad map either if the flags were better. Right? So, but there's so many maps where this is the issue. I think Ilomans is one of the only ones that is, I think, pretty much objectively just bad. Even that one would be more playable if the flags were better placed, but I think that one would never really be fun. But at least it could be much better. So it's, yeah, I think most bad maps is really just flag placement. And then the other ones that are bad are the river maps, which are just stale. So I think that's going to be the lesson. No river maps, or no river maps at least, where you can easily cut off bridges with a few units. Tiger shells actually have a better pen percentage at range than most other tanks, and they have good HE shell. Well, I don't actually know how it works out, but this is partially true at least, because the drop-off depends on the caliber of the gun. So the Panther, I think, has a lower caliber. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's not an 88. I think it's a lower caliber gun, right? Hence the Tiger actually having... Am I wrong? Because then it's definitely not true with the... It's 75, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's also depending on the caliber, Livik. Might be wrong though, but the HE is definitely true. I mean, it's a drop-off based on your max value, of course, but I think the drop-off is not the same for each caliber. I think we can take a look at it afterwards, but I think the drop-off is not the same. I think it's not the same. We can check the stats, but I vaguely remember having heard that and looked it up. I need to double check. I haven't looked at those stats in quite a while. I'm speed. The IRL price has nothing to do with the price in game. Oh shit. IRL price has nothing to do with the in-game price. In-game price is purely balancing. What does the price need to be in order for it to be balanced? And this is not the same. Obviously. Alright. Okay. Sorry guys, I can read later what you wrote for about that discussion, because I am slightly busy at the moment. Well, I didn't know that he was on the strike team, so forgive me for doubting him, but I did not know. But also, I'm pretty sure that attack power mentioned that in one video. I've never actually checked it myself in the data, this much I admit, but I'm pretty sure this is what has been stated. But so wait, this is very important. Is it by the same percentage or by the same value? Because those are not the same thing, obviously. But that makes a difference. And here we spam. I spam, therefore I am. Sniper is probably good. Same percentage. Okay. Yeah, then you're right. Oh, no, it's Che, you idiot. Yeah, we definitely need good things now. Beep. Ooh, we can engage that, I think. Nice, bringing stuff in there. Oh, sorry, I didn't... You know, Luke... It's okay, but it's really hard for me to keep track with doing game stuff and reading off chat, so it's easy to miss the percentage. Yeah, no, this is obvious that the base pen differs, so we will the stats, but this is why I asked if it's by percentage or by, like, raw number, because again, that would make a difference. For the result, specifically. Well, apparently this is not true Platypus build, because this has just been debunked, I guess. Down it goes. I guess we can bring in these guys then. Can you just hop over here, maybe? And kill that? No. Hop in there, please. Now I screwed up. Yeah, you run now, please. Even is a big gun. I'm playing horrible today, guys. I am truly sorry for that horrible performance, but today is not my day by the looks of it. Alright, so very clearly he's like right over there. Oh, no. Actually, no, there's no point in wasting ammo right now. Oh, there's a yay now. But it's dead anyway, it is bad resilience, so... Got that he has tons of these cheap sticks. That is slightly problematic. Ooh. What is... Well, they do at range. I gotta say, the MP44 units feel pretty oppressive now. I have to admit that. I guess we're gonna go with these guys again. We got that issue here as well with the planes. Oopsie doopsie. Oh, now he's stressed out. We can pen that. We should be able to pen that. Oh, and actually, there's 70 minutes of armor, never mind. My 50 mil is dead, by the looks of it. Oh no, it's over here. Alright, maybe it's time to start clearing this out. Can't have a there as well. Can he? We're also going to get some Saperi in here. Then we clear this out, and then we start a push over there. More of these guys. What about that? Ooh. The thing is still there. All right. Spam. Let's see what's there, and then we go. Yeah, we definitely need some better fire support in A phase. More of these. Let's push slowly but surely. Let's get recon. Let's hit this again. And let's get an 88 in here. Proper AA. I think we're gonna need it. Oh, flak filling. That is a juicy target. Okay. Ooh, I wanted to disengage. Not that. No, it's gonna die. Yeah. I deserve that. Gonna get light tanks here. We're gonna get some support in here. And then we are slowly gonna push. Oh, I have these. I don't actually need anything else. Got that I have Martyrs too. Been very useful earlier. Today is not really my day in terms of good plays, but it's okay. You know, you win some, you lose some. Oh, 88 has found a nice little side angle here. I like it. Good thing is we have these guys now. My 88 is getting slowly hammered by 2 Stücks, and it's just missing. I love that. Okay, finally. Okay, got a flag here. Love that. There we go. These guys we need. That's probably not a fight I'm gonna win, actually. But I can bring these now. Forgot about that. And also start thinking about grabbing this ground back over there. Alright, let's get in there. And then we slowly start slow pushing with these guys over there. Oh, and we have these guys which are super good. Okay, it's okay. Just failed to kill stuff. It's alright. I didn't get you to kill stuff, you know. We might be able to get through there into a good position over there. How can he still not? Okay. There's at least one of them. Oh no, there's still a marder. Oh, Stück doing Stück things. Love it. Okay, we're gonna need these guys then. How can this thing... I know it's looks, but like these guys should be able to pen it. One would think. One would think. Build out, no. At the moment it's not safe enough to push either. Didn't I put it on return fire? Yeah, of course. Very frustrating. Really, really. Hi, Emil. Want to see me playing very poorly today? Because this is what I'm doing at the moment. I'm getting destroyed by Luxus in a map where I shouldn't be destroyed by those guys. And I've lost so many light tanks against this one Lux over here. This is truly frustrating. We might actually be able to just grab this cheekily with... Okay. Is he gonna get too close to the OSS over here? That's the big question. Guess I'm also gonna need one of these. Oh, no, just one of them. Oh. I like this, I like this. Please. There we go. Huzzah! Okay. I think we should be able to push over here now. Is this thing actually gonna stress out a Stück? Okay. The AT rifle should be good to take it out if running out of ink, by the way. Probably, yeah. I forgot that I have these guys. I need to resupply them. Are we running out of infantry? Not yet, but I will. Okay. I hate the fact that there's so many destroyed buildings and I've lost track on what has been destroyed. No. Stück has recovered. Not good. Okay, this has worked. Love it. Somehow I got a 15-9. Don't ask me how. These two guys. Real MVPs. Oh, forgot completely. You got something in there, so it likely has some... you need to wait. The Stück's gonna snipe you if you don't. Right, I believe that by the time they arrive, they can just drive through. Need to buy other stuff. Yeah, I'm going into the time-old mistake that I'm always doing. Too much of an infantry player. The problem is I wasted a lot of my tanks early on, so then this is the one thing I definitely can't buy anymore, and just need to think of other things to buy. These are out of ammo. Okay, now you can get in. Okay, probably just have to go after this over here. Oh. Yeah, that's probably not really gonna happen, although... Who knows? There we go. I'm actually gonna buy planes. Rather. These guys are really good, apparently. Gonna bomb whatever blob is over there. And then I'm gonna bomb whatever blob might be over here. Wait, what? Oh. Okay, we still need some proper infantry there. Need to get this back. Alright. Big boom over there. Yeah, those cheap Stück have definitely wrecked me. This is an issue. Oh, they have been... Yeah, they're in a bad position there. Might be able to do the same thing again, though. Let's see. Oh, he's gonna get stuck on this right here, I think. I actually shouldn't have needed to fall back. Oh, lost that plane. Damn. Didn't see where the A was. Oh, I didn't get to throw the TNT. That's bad. I'm gonna risk it. I don't need that many supplies anyway at the moment, and I really need to start thinking about how I'm gonna get flags. So this is what I need. This flag right there. Okay, something's still gotta be in there, I think. Alright, got the town back. Something's pushing over here. I want to see what that is. It's got to be in here actually already. I don't have these in there. You're right, Mamil. You're right. Alright, these are my last Panzer 30 ATs, so they're gone. They're gone. Okay, this is a very odd spot where... No, okay. Now you can. Engage this. Still need... I probably want to have another one of those in here. Where is that? Oh, there it is. I believe in you. Yes! Oh, 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 oh. Oh, I like what I see. I like what I see. Engage this, please. What did I loot? No. Not one of my last. Precious. Let me try it again. It worked once. It might work twice. Probably not, but you never know. We still have these guys as well, which we can actually start using. 59, there we go. And now I really wish I hadn't spammed out all of those guys, because I might need them still. Finally! This thing has been surviving here forever. It's a known issue with these autocan things that they can just quickly suppress unit and then they can't fire. It's like the same thing if you... Like even an SPW 222 will win out against a... steward. Things like that. No, this is where I want to push. You can shift. You can move in and surrender. Alright. He might be able to dodge it. Nope. Nope, it is not. Where is my... Fired will, honestly, I can't focus on it anyway. Oh, no, 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 no. I think he could just engage. Can he? Yeah, he can. Now we can support, and now we can push. Trigger her, a little bit of an issue. Oh! Mother. Still alive. Nah, not worth it. Let's get another one of these in. We know nothing but offense. Oh. There is no surrender. There's probably going to be surrender. Let's try it again. Actually, I should have taken the one with the... Right. Ooh, no, 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 no. Do you see it? No, I don't see a side shot. I do see a side shot with this one, though. And this thing frontally, I still don't mind engaging. Yeah, this is definitely not a division. I like it, like in terms of concept, and I do like the way it plays still, but it's definitely not a division that I'm good at. I think that much is clear. I'm just terrible with my armor, and you have a lot of it. You've seen how I wasted all of that right away, so I don't think that long term this is a division that I will play very often. Even though I really like the concept. Huh? Hello, sir. Can you please engage the one thing that is really dangerous to you? Stiggy? Now he needs a turn. Oh, come on. Well, never mind. Never mind that then. We don't go for that. Honestly, you can also just do fire at will because I can't focus anymore anyway. And I guess we can cut off that reinforcement road over there. We're for 15.9, so we're comfortable. Actually, I'm just gonna keep buying more RT. Because I don't know what else to buy at the moment. Which I could have double teamed with the GRB. The stick over here. Yeah, I forgot that this thing has such a good range. I could have probably side shot it. It might still be able to do it. Gets a side shot. That's a good idea, actually. Ooh, boom. And now we need to fall back. Yeah. It hasn't even been penned once, so there's that. We still have these guys, though, which are good. Oh, also, I completely forgot to move up my A. So this is going to cost me now. Oh, I have the 88. Whoo! The 8 for the win. And this thing I probably can't stop. He should be able to engage that and win. If he ever drives too close there, I'm just gonna get killed. Ooh, righty tidy. Good, got that done. Oh, Yeah, maybe not then. That is not gonna end well. Doesn't actually... Oh no, that's that thing. This is actually really cool. Little RTPs. I think as always, the ammo is gonna be the actual limiting factor. You can just go after that. Oh, I have radar on that. Oh, these guys. Just absolutely fantastic. Is he still seeing them? Probably is. Oh. That's gonna be a kill with Bazooka if that drives any closer. Oh, there's nothing in there. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna get cover from the IG-33 again. Alright, 17-7. I don't think we're gonna get an 18-6 over here. I would very much like to get that, but it just doesn't seem realistic. Like the Nuvia and MP44 Partisan. I'm liking them. I haven't tried them yet. Which one? Or no, actually, I might. Which is the Nuvia? This one? No. The Partisan, the MP44 one, with the sniper. I mean that one, because that one I don't like. Or at least I haven't played it. I haven't tried it. But I also don't think it's good. So, okay. Looking good. Looking good. Oh, it's a sniper and no MG. Yeah, that one, I don't think it's good. Because you need... What you need... We can do the air spam again now. And we have a fighter now. The reason why I don't like that one is... Is complaining that the infantry is too strong, which, yeah. I definitely think so. Well, especially in his case, right? Because, I mean, he doesn't really have... Like, his infantry is not that good. So... He needs the looks and other support tools, and if I can take care of them, it's very a problem. Partisan, 2 SMG, 2 MP44 and sniper. Yeah, that one is just not good. The problem is there's just no thing that it does really well, I think is what it comes down to. Like, what would you want to use it for? Right. I think that's a big question. There's just nothing that this thing does that you would be like, oh yeah, I need that. Like, oh, we can put that on counter battery again. Sorry, fire at will. This is also fire at will. They're all fire at will. And we're gonna shift that over here already. This, but yeah, it's just not. There's just nothing that it does well, right? It doesn't do CQC well enough. It's just the sniper range is not really good. So once you get out of CQC, you don't really... You have the 300-meter range where you deal damage with the... Or suppression with the MP44s, but not enough. And then once you get out of there, you have a long range where you're not good until you start outranging things, and the what's it called? The sniper is actually going to be useful. So that one, in my opinion, is just not that useful. Can we just bomb that looks and then still continue our way? Probably going to lose this plane. I don't care at this point. Just like its weirdness. Yeah, it is weird. It is weird. Oh no. Oop. I'm just gonna turn off autocover and have it there. Oh yeah, but now he's gonna bomb it. But now we can shoot it down. Oh, I don't think it's gonna be necessary. He's flying over a lot of 20 mils and they're buffed up, so... Actually, it was necessary. Forgot to write that, but there we go. Yeah, I was pretty clearly outrated. This division feels good. I'm just bad with it. Well, I won, so this is... Sorry, this sounds very arrogant to Marty. Sorry for that. But in the sense of I'm not handling the armor very well. I'm using it mostly... I'm using it more of an infantry division, just spam out armor in place where I have no idea how to deal with it. Well, I wasn't out yet, Mimil. I think it's deep enough, to be honest. Except for the tanks. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can let me know what you think of it, because this is how it is at the moment. I'm not sure yet what I need to change. I I would love to have some more of these for the spam in B phase. I just can't. I feel like we need both of these, and then where would I get the 3 points? Is kind of where. Yeah, I think the inf is generally deep enough. I think the problem is more that I'm just spamming inf, as you said, not do anything else. But two things that I want to do for sure is we are going to have to take this instead of that high-flying bomber, I think. Yeah, but how am I going to get more? So that's still going to give me 2. And I've definitely noticed I do want to have a fighter for that. Despite this thing not being great, I want to have a fighter in A phase. I've noticed that now. I mean, it kind of worked, I have to say, the original plan of this division, where the idea is I have cheap inf, I have cheap tanks, so I can just push, and his planes are not going to do much. And the 20 mils kind of help, but I think the fighter can be necessary at times, so I want to have that. But I don't know where I would... Oh, it's a 2-point slot. Damn, I for some reason thought it was a 3-point slot. Never mind. What would it take then? I think in A phase we have enough. We need C phase probably. And if we 18A. Yeah, I wasn't sure to be honest. I like this for being fast and efficient for light armor, but my original thought was what I was already thinking, but I wanted to try it with this game, is whether it's actually needed. Because the channel idea is that I have so much light armor, I can also just let my opponent push in and then use that later on to and this is to stall, but I wasn't really sure if it was needed or if it is enough if I just later push back with this. I'm a little bit afraid of getting pushed out of key positions early on. This is why I had this in there, but I don't think I need it. Did you use the Pak 14A? Well, in this game, not. But let's be honest. In other games, it might be necessary for the queue. Maybe not for tournaments, but for the queue, I think you have to take it. Because, I mean, this is not a lot of armor to work with. They can actually kill tanks from distance. And it needs to last throughout the game, right? But I think this one we might be able to drop. It sounds stupid, but Pak 40 is not... Why? Why would you say it? Or why would you think that it isn't? Because I feel like you need to have it somewhere. Too valuable without AA. Okay, I get the point. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, we can try without and put something in here. The question is what? These guys know. These guys know. These guys know. These guys know. No, they're not. I don't think they will last long enough. I want to have something. I think we need something that can actually survive. This thing would be a cheap option. You get an AT grenade, you get a set B. It's not great, but for 20 points, these guys are just not good. Or we just get more of these. That's probably the way to go. I just don't really like most of the things I see here, to be honest. Well, rather these than the Streltsy, actually. Because they're chunkier. How chunky are these guys? 10. Nah, still okay. Probably these, I would say. That's the question now. AT rifle over PTRS. It's AT rifle over AT grenade, but also the AT rifle one comes in with double set B, so I think this is hard to pass on. We should probably do that. Tyra was bully getting air spammed in A, losing all his support guns in A phase. With this division, or with... I've not seen the whole stream. Or with 18th, because I've seen him getting air spammed with 18th, which has definitely not happened to me as well. So that one I can relate to. But even with this division, I can see. But I really think... I don't know how Attack Power has built this. My guess is probably balanced. Or he's maybe not playing super aggressive with it, because he's not a very aggressive player. And I think that is the issue. It's like a lot of divisions that you can air spam in A phase, but still work somehow. And that's usually because you play them aggressively and they're so good at it that you cannot completely just bomb the shit out of them. And if you do, or I mean, if you invest too much to do that, you're going to lose on the ground. So that's kind of how they work. The other thing is you need to bunch up your 20 mils, I think. Like I did to some degree in this game, or in the one with 18th as well. You need to, if you only have single 20 mils, you can't have a 20 mil there, 20 mil there, 20 mil here, unless your opponent has planes that can actually get stopped by these, because you need to at least have 2 together, maybe even 3, and then they can actually do the work. But other than that, that's just kind of a deterrent, or making sure that your opponent has to waste some time fixing his planes. Yeah, true, he doesn't believe in 20 mils. I mean, personally, I'm still not a huge fan of them, but they do well enough if you have enough of them. You just can't have a single 20 mil and expect it to do anything. You need 2 or 3. And veterancy. Like, I put my 20 mils next to the leader for a reason. In the previous game too. And I think then it kind of works. Also, this one, I'm still not sure. I think, which is the HE or the bullets the one that is going to be, or it's the bullets. It's going to be shot at the planes, right? Yeah. Because these ones are better than the regular ones, but unfortunately that's the normal ones, not the AA thing. But yeah, why 2 cards of 20 mils? By the way, and not more 88s. 88 is expensive. And it's easy to target, and it doesn't do a lot of damage. Now, admittedly, it stops playing from afar, which these don't. But I'd rather spread out a lot of cheap 20 mils everywhere and have them surviving. Because remember, this division is easily air spammable if you're AA. Like, you don't have a ton of good AA. So it is still relatively easily air spammable. So the one thing that I don't want to have is 188 being my AA, and if this dies, I have nothing. So I have these, which I can spread out. If I lose one, it's not too expensive. Don't you have a good fighter in B? I thought that the LA5 would probably be enough, because I mean, this is the one with only 450 cals, which is not fantastic. It's super fast. So, and this one, it's 30 kilometers an hour faster. Doesn't have bombs though, so I figured that would be enough, to be honest. Or what did you take, Mimil? I could not vet it, but I think if we need more than 2, it's probably not that good. Because I haven't tested it, admittedly, but I feel like we can actually look at the damage. I mean, it's more with the 50 cal, so maybe that's better. And it's faster, so that would be an argument. But I like the multi-purpose factor of this. American field class fighters are overpriced, in my opinion. I don't think so. It depends a bit on which one you're talking about. But like, the issue with this is, look at that speed. Look at that speed. 450 cals, not fantastic, but still kills. So you can't make it super cheap, because this thing can chase about anything in the game. And they're generally, like, these are quite maneuverable still. So but the fighter struggles shooting down bombers. It depends on which ones. This one, yeah. With something like the Hellcat, no. That one has plenty of 50 cals that can do it. There's the better Mustang that can also do it. You also have generous avail on them. Yeah, let's check that out. What's the availability on them? 8 in B phase. Hold on. What would it be on the oh, this one we can't take in LA5. 4 single vet. Yeah. That's very generous. You can double vet that one. You can still get 6. Like, that's amazing. But yeah, I agree with Emil. 6 or 8 50 cals do a pretty good job. All right, I have about 1 hour before my game with Boris starts, so I'm gonna do one last game. But about 15 minutes before our game is scheduled to start, if it's not finished by then, I will just stop, quit, because I want to take a quick break for toilet, drinking some water, probably something caffeinated because it's getting late. As well, and then I'm gonna have a go. Now, one thing that I do want to try is we're gonna try Ski Jäger. I want to try Ski Jäger now with the MP44 buff. It has gotten, so this deck needs some changing. It is an old one that I've never played, I think, or at least when I was very new. So we need the flamers. In here, I think the commander is not oh, I know, but I took the commander in the first place because it didn't have enough infantry, so we just took the leader, which honestly, not that bad of an idea. Now we could take more Ski Jäger. Again, it's cheap spammable infantry, so we probably need lots of it. Or we could take the Bavarians. It's not too bad either, it's very chunky. 75 points though, it's not too cheap either. But we could maybe do this. Go very infantry spammy. And then let's see. Yeah, you're probably right that it isn't a mill. But I mean, it used to be, I think this one is also new. Because I'm pretty sure when I built this, you put the leader in and then you had no infantry left. But I've built this quite a while ago, admittedly. I'm also not sure about this. So let's go through this real quick. I'm doing my best to be very, very fast. So we had this one here, just so we have more infantry, which is not needed anymore. So we're going to take the Ski Sturmfusilier now. We have one of these. We have this, then this might be pretty good now. Sniper, which is good. We have the regular Fusilier in B phase still. We're going to take it in A phase now as my regular recon, because these two I'm probably going to use for something. And then these, we have another sniper. A phase is better for the aggressive opener. And we're good. Here we're good as well, I think. This is playable. Tank tab. We could take the leader, honestly. It's only one tank less. Yeah, we take the leader then. Oh, hold on. Is that low armor? Nope, not gonna do that. What is the red curve, the recon Ski Fusilier? This one? Oh, good point. For the recon, we get 3. 3 is enough. At least somewhat. I know it's not a lot of armor then, but I prefer my tanks at double that, to be honest. Oh, one thing that we can change is this. I don't really use them anyway, so if I'm not going to use them, might as well not bring them at all. I'm actually considering taking this now. 355 points, cheaper than this at least. For A phase. We have radio. But let's see what else we can take. So we need the ammo. We want this. Do we really need this if you have the Sturmpanzer? It's more support, which we probably need. We could also just take more of these. I think that's probably the way to go. Like that. Let's check the... Oh, okay. So if the Jagdpanzer RSO, which we can still spam that out in B phase. This one is 8 health as far as I know, so it dies very easily. This thing might work. Get the tank legions, that might be better. Yeah. We have this for distance, and we still have... Oh, maybe we need to take the Pak 40 in A phase then. That we have something better. And then we could also take this in A phase, actually. And this thing... Oh, it's single vet now. I forgot that they got an availability buff. It's okay, probably. I would leave it as it is. AA is good. We don't really want that. That's better availability. So it's actually cool. But so cheap AA would be a nice thing to have, but I can't fit it in there. As for the Air Force... Yeah, this is okay. This is good. We don't need them in B phase. You get them in A phase, still get 3. You could also take this for a strafer. It's super annoying, but I think I'm not going to do that. Then in B phase, we get some actual bombers. I think this is overall pretty okay. And for the last 2 points, we can... Hold on, where did I just find those? Oh, I took out the leader there. Artillery leader. We can... I decked him with 10 bombers out of the Struker. I was thinking that because that's why I was hovering it. Because I remember the below I was probably a shit, but this one is quite spammy because it has medium resilience and it is fast, so maybe we can do it. Because these should at least not die, and they can be very oppressive just having those coming in again and again and again. So we can get more recon if we really wanted to. If anything, we get these. We can get more AT, which is where we could bring these in. Probably also die in one hit. I don't actually know, but at 10 points only. But that is something worth considering. Or we could get more artillery. Don't the 50 kilogram fighter bomber reload really fast as well? I think from what I can recall, it also depends a bit on the total loadout. I think someone has done some testing and made some comments in the Discord. It is not the same. It's not like super in-depth testing, but someone has done it. I think. Oh, he still has supplies. Damn, yeah. This is something that I used to do back in the days, but don't do it anymore because I just hate it. Except for things like Nebels. But I'm actually wondering, I think we don't need that. And we're just going to get this in A phase. Yeah, this is worth because it's faster. And then we can think about what else we want to get here. I just don't think we need the big RT and this. Big RT and A phase is useful. We do both. If you want to have something cheap, we can use this. We can still bring the big gun if needed. But I don't think we need more than one if you have the Nebels. And for 2 points, I don't think we need more artillery. I think that's out of the question. More recon would be nice, though these are not fantastic. So I'm thinking of taking these guys. They just have AT though, so they're not super useful if they don't have. I know that I have it in the tractor. I can't take in anything but the tractor. Unless I want to take it with the ammo, which is way too expensive. So it has to come in with the tractor, unfortunately. You could take this, but I'm not a huge off-map plane fan. For 100 points, it is definitely something, though. I admit that much. Recon, which is generally useful, or these guys, which are... I think AT can be an... Is it? I just, look, I am very bad with these guys. So I just lose them without getting much value out of it, which is why I don't like them. We're going to try these guys and see how we do. Might change up for recon. We might go back for the off-map plane if I don't have anything else to bring. We might. I don't think we need anything here really. But yeah, we're going to see. I'm going to try those out and see how they do. Now we go to the point of finding that. First of all, we need to go to the Axis side. That's oh, I see them. I went over them. Where did they go? I probably like already passed them. Yeah, nope. There we go. Let's go. Let's see what this division can do. Okay, well, I have about half an hour left before I want to take a quick break before the game with Bori. So just that. And that will probably be the end of the stream. I'm still thinking about streaming the game with Bori, but honestly, I'm starting to get a bit tired, and it might be easier to focus just on the game. Sure, why not? Give it a go. It's good practice having a stress test here before having a tournament game. I don't mind getting destroyed either. 2 players searching though, so maybe I'm gonna find something. Or maybe Mimil was that fast. That's also an option. Let's see. Is it gonna be Mimil or is it gonna be anyone else? It's not Mimil. I'm gonna play against 18th SS. Okay, sorry Mimil. Unbalanced. Interesting. Guys, it is air spam time. I do have 2 planes that he's probably not going to stop easily. So we're going to push in here, which is where I feel like all our nice little MP44 units can do well. Also, good thing I took these, because against all the light armor that he has, these can actually be useful. So, hurrah, hurrah. I've done something good. Now, in case he tries to rush me, we are going to put one of these down. Next thing. I forgot that these have snipers too. This is actually a good pioneer. Wow, this was this also? Sorry if you heard the bomb. I just drank a bit of Coke. Yeah, this is a good point, Emil. Thanks. This is actually really good. Was this always 20 points, or did they also buff that to 20 points? This is a good pioneer unit. SMG squad with a TNT. 20 points. And an MG42 on top of it. Okay. Let's do a good thing and first deploy everything but my yeah, played it once, not this deck though, because I usually make my tournament decks like completely new for every tournament game. I've played it once against Master Gascot maybe in the Southern Theatre one. I think it was the Southern Theatre one. Or the Normandy one? I don't remember which one it was. I don't remember where this Division 4, but I don't know. But it was one where it was definitely Axis and Western Allies. This much I remember. And some of the Soviets. Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was the Eastern one. Anyway, I played against some of the Soviet divisions that Gascot had, and it felt really good on cell. Now, admittedly, there was also skill difference. So that's part of the feeling good came from, probably. But still, it was working. But I didn't remember this being this cheap. So, interesting. We also have these guys. Okay, you know what? It's time to put this to the test, actually. I know they're not meant for that. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get 2 of these. I'm gonna put them here, and they should be able to hold that. Also, are gonna get 2 of these over here, just in case he tries to do any shenanigans and push for here. Good, got that done. Next up, we're gonna put recon in here. I need to start thinking about where I put my snipers. Good. So the 2 big areas for me to find over are these. I'm not going to contest this at the start. Oh, I forgot I have the good flame. I actually can contest that. Jeez, oh. Forget so many things. This is really good. We're going to try to get in there. I'm believing he can't snipe them before I can get them in there, but I might be wrong. So let's see. In here, what I know for a fact we can do, we can get some of them in here. I should be able to follow up with one of these guys. Then we can see how well they do. Good. Good, 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 good. The strategy is coming together. We probably want to have some tanks in the town. This should, yeah, Stücks in A phase, question mark? Or Panzerforce? Nah, all of them can deal with this, so this is not good in the town. Need them in. We're gonna get 2 of these as well. Double teaming some light armor should be okay with it. Gonna defensively. With these guys, we can potentially push over here. Depends on okay. That is not actually what I want to engage with the Stück. Although the Axis leadership is probably worth it, so we're gonna keep it. We're also going to need an MG42. We should try to bring something in the church tower, even though that might not work. Actually, I've started liking this position right here. And oh, you need to go over here. And we're gonna go for the classic, I think. And also bring one flamer over there defensively. Oops. Just to make sure they can't easily push through. And I think then we're gonna get a lot of infantry. And some tanks over here. Ski Jäger. These. We're gonna see how things go. I wanna not immediately push. Leader we need as well. That doesn't leave an awful lot of infantry for the town, which is probably bad. Although we have a lot of support tools, so maybe it's gonna be okay. I don't know for sure. Lead is 25. That kind of sucks. We do have the Stück there, so it's gonna be okay. Gonna a ski Sturmjäger and a ski Jäger. Over here, you mean? Or over here on the right? Which of the two you mean? Yeah, I mean, okay. I think you're right. We need to go in with a lot of things, otherwise it's probably not worth anything. But I don't want to rush in. I want to make sure that I want to make sure first that the light armor that he has is dealt with before I'm gonna rush in with my infantry. So I'm gonna put a little bit further rushes first. I never know about the light armor. So, but if you say so, I'm gonna believe that. All right, what do we have here? We definitely need something for range over here. We definitely need a pioneer over here. I think a Sturmjäger also in here is also okay. Leader in here is okay, and then over here we're gonna get actually, yeah. I think that's a good combination over there. We have armor over here. Armor here to be defensive. I think that should do the trick. One tank, is it going to be enough? Maybe we should bring a Panzerschreck as well. Can we cut back on any infantry over here? Okay, we might not need this then. And that gives us a Panzerschreck. Which I guess here is going to be more useful. Oh, okay, good to know. Ready, good luck, have fun. He will for sure have armored cars and right. Yeah, but I think the Panzerschreck will do. I have one AT gun to stop the pushes. I don't want to bring an AT gun up close anyway. And it can still move up if needed. I do have a T-34, which is armored car don't really should do. Yeah, don't worry, I won't forget. I'm gonna spam him with these guys. Not much I can do about that. Also, any armor that is a serious issue, I can deal with that. Probably need to bring AA by the end of A phase for sure, because that is when his Air Force is gonna be scary too. Yeah, I got the air spam treatment when I played it against 13th the other day, so I should know how it feels. And it did not feel good. This much I can tell you. Alright, you're right, Mamil. You were right, of course. It's such a weird spot. I think I'm actually gonna... Ooh, there's a lot of things that are here. Right. Turn off. This is the one thing that I do not like about those guys. Okay, and what is that? Is that dangerous? It is. I'm gonna get another one. Probably gonna need it. The Jagdverband over there, interesting choice. Would not be my first pick, but... Which flag did... I lost these 2 flags and got that one over here. That's alright. Okay, you can re-engage now. So this is now, if Schüssel is still here, where I would buy a fighter. We had the discussion earlier, for those of you who are wondering what I'm talking about, whether I should buy a fighter in this division or AA, and my argumentation was that a fighter is not a good investment at that moment. Now, that is a different story. There we go, got that kill. Because now he doesn't have AA that can really... Oh, it was spotted. Wait, what? Oh, it's this thing. Yeah, that is, of course, a bit of an issue. I don't have recon plans, do I? Alright. Let's go after that one. Actually... Oh, see, this is a way better target. I don't mind engaging that at this distance. This is probably what I'm gonna do well now. Actually, combination might work. Damn, he's about... Forgot about that. Yeah, maybe that can work now. Let's see. Yeah, if it can tank the TNT and these guys can come in, we're gonna try it now. No, this thing is a little bit too good. It's okay, we're gonna spam that though. Alright, alright. Okay, this thing did not go the way I thought it was gonna go. I have no cheap armor left, so that's a bit of an issue, but we have AT planes which can use if needed. This is a problem. I forgot we have these guys. It's the Panzer up area. They're not that good for this specific scenario, I don't think. Now we're gonna get some artillery. Come on. Okay, newer player, but it was not going that bad for him. I mean, okay, 300 points, but... what a shame. What a shame. Not past the stress test, though. I still bought too many infantry. Okay. Well, So what am I going to do in the last time? I'm definitely not going to start a new one. I think I'm going to go... what I can show you is what's going to be a wild deck. So if you haven't gathered, I'm memeing a bit with the pick of 208 because, yeah, Bory and I just want to have fun with a lot of infantry. Was not the smartest idea to pick that for that specific reason, but, you know, it can be done. So I just show you the deck and you can have a laugh at it. But so it's against 208, and this is what I came up with so far. Now, this is not an ideal way of doing this, okay, I'm aware of that. However, I know that Bory is probably not going to be super aggressive and going to have a ton of infantry in A phase. It's going to play balanced, and I just decided to stick with that too. Sorry. So I'm relatively weak in A phase, still have plenty of CQC, which is probably not going to be good enough, but it is what I have. I decided to take the commander and 2 infantry leader. The other option would have been taking this, but I just don't think this is very good. Because it doesn't really work well together. Although 8 MP44s and shock is probably decent, so maybe I should take it. And then B phase is just going to be a combination of Jaeger, Jaeger Pionier, Jaeger MG. He's playing 18, so I'm going to get absolutely smacked. Because when he picked it, didn't know how good it was. So we had plans on memeing and having some fun with infantry. He just didn't know how good it was. He even told me that he can play something differently. Because he said we were talking about just having fun with some infantry. I was like, okay, I'm going to meme and take this. And after he said he's also going to meme. So he even told me that he can pick something else if it's too OP. And I was like, nah, we're going to try this now. So it's going to be a rough one. It's going to be a rough one. I need all the infantry support guns I can get, I feel like. I was thinking of taking these guys as well. Another one of these or these in B phase. But yeah, it's going to be an RT heavy grind, I assume, knowing Bory. I'm trying to air spam in A phase, but the only thing I could do is take this in A phase, honestly. But you just get 1. So that's not ideal. I don't, by the way, I'm not asking for any tips that would be unfair. I'm also, yeah, I was thinking of this one, but this one, since it doesn't have a lot of AA, this one can have, oh, it actually only has 24 shells, maybe not, because this one can have multiple kills in one run, probably. This is why I actually took this specifically. But I think this one is actually okay, because it has 2 sets of bombs. I'm going RT heavy. I was thinking of not vetting them, but you know what, I'm not vetting them. I'm probably not going to buy that much artillery, but knowing the kind of playstyle we probably get into while memeing with this, it might be artillery and very little front line, is my suspicion. Might be wrong. Yeah, I really, the first time I played it, I felt it very underwhelming, but that is purely for HE. And it wasn't bad either. I just felt like for what you pay, you don't get enough out of it. However, the fact that it's multi-purpose, and it still killed the one thing. So there was 2 target close by, which a fighter bomber would have killed both of them. Probably this one only killed 1. That's why I found it underwhelming. But honestly, I have to say, after having tried it one more time or another 1 or 2 times, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I know that it's very limited in meal. This is the gamble here. I'm gambling on Bory, no, not having a super A phase heavy build either, because knowing him, he usually doesn't do that. But yeah. It also fires low enough that it can... Oh, that's really nice, actually, yeah. But yeah, so A phase is my worries. B phase as well, because my infantry is not that good. The only thing I'm not really sure about is if I should take this or not. So I feel like with shock, it could be okay with the MP44s. Probably still going to get out-traded in the forest, though. I'm also thinking about not vetting them so that I have more, but that's still a problem. I definitely need all the info I can get later on, so that's no debate in that. But yeah, that is the moment. That's the situation currently. Can't really let go of that. Yeah, I know, Mamil. I probably do. I just don't know what to take out for it. Probably the leader. Then I would also ditch the commander, though, because then I think they don't have enough leadership. I just have a hard time taking them out, because I feel like extra veterans is about the only advantage that I have. Also, do I have? No, I don't have 50mm mortars. Well, but Mimil, I have been thinking about that. But the Panzerfaust is probably going to be needed. He has so much light armor. I think I need that, to be honest. I might, maybe not, but I have a feeling that I'm gonna need this. Pioneer basically line infantry at this point, yeah. Okay, okay. I'm gonna let you convince me to take one of each, but then I'm not gonna bet these. 2 more. Need more anyway. This is gonna be. Wait, you know what? No, unvetting these is a bad idea. Unvetting anything is a bad idea. Brought myself in quite a pickle here. So, I know Grim Guy, I know, but I want to have more Panzerfaust. Is that? No, well, he's right, as in an MG42 over an MG34 is a big difference. So it is worth taking this. Really? You would? Okay. We can also try that. But yeah, so this is what I'm going to be playing. This is going to be a very wild game. Be ready for that. But yeah, as I said, I think the only thing I'm not really sure... Okay, Trudy Avel is better. The only thing I'm not really sure about is the leader over something like this thing here. Or just any spammable unit like more Grenadiers. Even this thing, maybe? Actually, if anything, probably take that one. Although, it doesn't have... The MG42 definitely helps at 300 meter range. So, there's that. Yeah, I know, I'm not taking... Yeah, obviously I'm going to ditch the commander if I don't take the leader. I'm still debating on whether to take the leader. But yeah, the Fusilier, is that that's a recon one, right? It doesn't actually look too bad, I have to say. Maybe that's a way to get more infantry in, but only in B phase. I have a hard time not taking the commander. I feel like this infantry tab really needs a commander. Choices, choices. I'm also considering just ditching this. Armor is going to be a bit of an issue, but I do have tanks, and I have the Marder. I might actually be okay, considering it doesn't have anything super heavy, and then I can sneak this in. Gives me a little bit more infantry. I'm tempted to take this in A phase actually instead. But maybe that's a middle ground of taking out the leader to put this in. But I mean, the availability of this is just much better. With 16 versus 6. But I guess this is probably the final. We're being risky today. I think the pick alone was there, so we might as well just continue that way, that path of being absolutely crazy. Yeah, I do feel we need the leader though. But it's a tough choice. It's a tough choice. Both of these would probably be okay to pick instead of that. Yeah, I know that I have to go hard air spam in A phase. But I also feel like I need this to deal with armor, and then I want to combine it with the recon plane, because if I don't do that, that's probably not going to end well. I think I need to recon plane in combination. Whenever I have a tank bus, I like to have a recon plane with it. And I just feel like taking this in A is probably not great. Probably recon plane opening. I mean, yeah, but this is somewhere I won't go. Would love to take them in A phase, but 1 is just not that good. If you get 2, I would 100% take it. But yeah. Oh yeah, I'm definitely like, this is the only reason why I always take double bomb Stukas, because I usually disable them over the AT plane, honestly. But it's more expensive. and you might not kill multiple things in one run. Yeah, you can take in A. I like this because you can go with one run and kill at least 2 tanks with it, maybe even 3. But that's the specific reason why I like having this. And the rocket plane, you said it is slow enough to time it, but I'm not really used to that, so I'm not sure if I could do that. And there's a lot of light armor, so the Stuka won't, like, the pen of the Stuka will most likely not be an issue. So you can kill multiple targets. So I'm preferring the Stuka for this specific reason. But yeah, I think this is as good as it's gonna get. I could probably endlessly debate in my head whether I should take the leader, including the command. I mean, okay, let's play this. So this is for those of you who wanna learn, that's cool, and for the other ones who wanna shit talk me, that's also cool. Or provide helpful comments. So far there's not been a lot of shit talking, but. So if I take this out, I get more infantry, and I can take more cost-efficient infantry. I would say this is okay for the price. Not good at last line infantry, but it is hybrid. It doesn't have shock, so it's not fantastic. But it just blends in well with everything. And if we take out the commander, that also gives us a 2-point slot. So that would mean more artillery, which I don't think we need. We can't take more planes out. We could put the AT gun back in, which is probably a good idea, or more Panzerjacks would also be a good idea. But our infantry is going to perform far worse overall. We'd also take more MG42s. We take more IG-18s. So just that. I can fit in both cards of Martis. Yes. But I do have plenty of Panzer IV, so I'm not really concerned about this armor in B phase. This one is B phase locked anyway, so I don't think it's that good to put it in there. I mean, this is really not made for balance. This is what part of the problem, but that's a whole other story. I think I can, and also using this as AT is probably not that bad, honestly. I think not having more in B phase might be okay. I'm gonna stick with the commander. I don't use it very often, so might as well give it a try here. We're being experimental today anyway, so we'll take the Pak 14B then. Yeah, I was thinking of that, but having a hard time. The other question is, do I need the light armor in B phase? Probably not, if we're gonna be honest. And the map is Kostritsa, by the way. So really bad for me, actually. To be honest, I don't think yes, but in B phase it's probably not that useful anymore. There's plenty of AT around. And yes, a good Pioneer anyway. So I think that will make room for the Pak 40 in B then. Emil is not agreeing. Okay, we can keep it. We can. Oh, no. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. We're gonna take this. But yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna be, that's just as good as it's gonna get. I might just ditch this, actually. Yeah, this is why I wanted to take it out, actually. It's probably not that important. But I'm actually thinking of taking the RG-33 out and putting a Panzerjäger in. I think the 5-point price increase is worth getting the extra survivability. Are you always for Pak 40 in B phase? It depends on the... I think it really depends on the map and the division matchup. And your income. But generally speaking, yes, you want to have a Pak 40 in B phase. 100%, in my opinion. If you build it for tournaments, as in this case, it's a different story. But yeah, honestly, I'm going to leave it as it is. It might work, it might not work. We're going to find out. We are gonna find out. Yeah. All right, everyone. So I'm gonna end it here. I want to take a quick break, and then wish me luck. For those of you who want to see, of course, I'm not going to stream it because I'm getting a little bit tired and I want to focus on the game at hand. But I mean, you can still, with the in-game viewer, spectate any games. Should be able to see it. Oh, actually, Espresso is playing. Against who is he playing? That's probably a tournament game. Let's see. Let's take a little sneak peek. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that for myself and end it here. Or we can actually see it real quick. Tournament games, Hypoca. Oh, okay. Would love to watch that, but I don't have the time now. So there's that. But that is a tournament game, actually. So curious to see. So we're gonna get some interesting results very soon. But anyway, thanks for being here. Have a great evening and see you all next time.